2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this G8.
Kevin, thank you. There is
indeed something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Oturu. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
The Clippers shooting their first
from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Yeah, with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A nice shot by George.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Doncic passes to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George against Richardson. George, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It's hauled in by George.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
On the wing, George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Richardson against George. Shoots from the elbow. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
And here is Doncic. And it's in there. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Clippers trail by 4.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jackson misses. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. And you're not going to pass up that kind of
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Now here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
Jackson dishes to Cousins. Morris outside. From deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley-Stein passes to Porzingis. Batum grabs the miss. Left side Jackson. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Okay, 2 of the easiest points that Cousins is going to have, but in fine fashion with the big throwdown.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We'll take a quick break, then get you back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. And the Clippers have possession, following the score by Dallas. Here's Kennard. That shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. On up the court. Batum brings the double team. Cauley-Stein finds Hardaway. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Clippers trail. Batum attacking. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard for 3. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. The Mavericks shooting 43% from the floor. On the wing, Hardaway. On the wing, Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Burt. Off target from outside. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. But they'll get another chance. And the pass to Cousins. Kennard with the ball. Burt covering. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. To the inside. Batum with the steal. The drive by Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, you have to admire the speed with which Cousins attacks that time. He's so tough to slow down when he's driving on the inside.
Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Powell with it. Pass to Brunson. He kicks it to Hardaway. A 3-ball. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Batum wide open. He fires. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. It's Hardaway with the drive.
Tim Hardaway Jr., great momentum right to the rim.
LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Man passes to Kennard. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi, PG, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Just 5 to shoot. There's 1:34 left now here in the second. Pass to Kennard. Here's Man. From outside, off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Rondo passes to Batum, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
1:05 left in the first half of basketball. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Doncic.
And can you not love the tenacity of Leonard? One of the best defenders to enter the league in quite some time.
Zubac finds Leonard. The putback. George controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
It's George on the wing. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Marjanovic. Doncic feeling it out. Outside, Porzingis. And that one goes long. It's all tied here. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets the production speak for himself. And that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Josh Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Marjanovic. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The pass to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
The Mavericks shooting about 42% so far. Here's Doncic. He has 6. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. And the Clippers miss again.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Stolen by George. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And finished off by Leonard.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic right side. Count that one.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Passes it to Leonard. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot. This time looking for contact as well.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Kennard for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Shot on the wing. Misses off the right iron. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got his first 2 points.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Now here's Brunson. It's Richardson on the wing. Outside, Porzingis. Clock at 4. 1:57 left in the third. That shot off. Jackson dishes to Batum. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Porzingis. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Rondo. On the wing, Jackson. It's up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for Richardson. Brunson scanning the floor. Shoots from 14. Yep, it counts. Brunson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Now Brunson. Hardaway for 3. Batum with the steal. Now here's Kennard. Burke covering. A shot by Batum, no good. Mavericks leading by 6. Burke finds Brunson. Back to Burke. Pass to Brunson. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's the break from outside the arc. That one, no good. And here's Brunson. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 6-point lead. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Jackson looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Dallas leading by 6. Doncic passes to Redick. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Marjanovic down low, covered by Morris. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Clippers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. On the wing, Morris launches it. The offensive rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Finney-Smith. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Outside Leonard. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Redick. On deep. Out to Porzingis. There's the pass to Redick. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. Everly with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. A putback.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Here's Doncic. And now we've got the intentional foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Releases from 15. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 8. Here's George. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Porzingis. Cauley-Stein against Cousins. Here's Porzingis. Softly drops in the floater. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Yeah, you want Porzingis, especially with that kind of size, if you're the coaching staff, to go in and dominate on the glass. Do something on the interior. We're seeing that now.
Nobody near Leonard. Offline with his 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Doncic outside. Out to the right wing. The shot by Kleber, wide open, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Kleber's got himself on the board with 3 there. Clippers trail by 13. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Passes to Leonard from 18 feet away. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got 5 rebounds tonight. First one falls for him.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Now Beverly, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Leonard, the pass to Oturu. Nobody near George. They can't stop the run with that one.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Kleba. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. George with the ball. From deep three-point range. No good that time. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. Coming up next, it's time for the NBA. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is
better able to weather the storm and take care of business.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward position. Now George, the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Kicks to George. And Jones sends it back. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
George against Jones. George with the bucket.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Down low, Batum with the steal. Outside, George lays it up off the glass. George has got his second basket of the night.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Nurkic in the post. Zubac defending.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's George. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Powell against George. Powell dishes to Nurkic. Yes, that goes in. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category, and a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Simons. It's intercepted. Here's Jackson. The shot missing. Good D by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Out to Anthony. And it's good. 2 points.
Melo picks his spots to put the ball on the deck, but boy, can he make you look foolish if you let him.
Passes it to Leonard. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Jackson with it. Now Anthony defending. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages. The chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
McCollum passes to Simons. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. From deep. No good. Shot missing. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. McCollum kicks to Giles, and yes, it's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback stuff.
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. Lillard finds Nurkic. Now here's Powell. He's covered by Leonard. Lillard up top. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's man, covered by Lillard, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Man passes to Morris. Second chance shot, and Cousins gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Powell dishes to Lillard. No good from outside.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Jackson, and the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Cousins fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins so adept at finishing through contact. His strength is a problem for defenders.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And George, here we go.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Here's McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
McCollum against Beverly. And there's the pass to George. Batum with the bounce pass. Outside for George. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the basket by McCollum. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Here's Oturu. No points in the game yet for him. Just 3 to shoot. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Now, Paul George does not get nervous in these situations. He's so calm and allows his game to flow under duress.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. The dish to Cantor. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
The shot by George, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Simons. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
George passes to Batum. Now Zubac. Pass to George. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And that'll.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And it's Oturu in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
Pass to Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Oturu, defended by Covington. Shot clock at 6. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Portland on defense. George finds Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard draws the double. Shoots over Powell. They get it back. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Powell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
He kicks it to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball. Kept alive. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Powell against George. Jones dishes to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Covington inside the line and misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Powell inside. Defended by Beverly. The shot by Lillard wide open. And a miss there on the triple. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. McCollum right side. Here's Giles, covered by Morris.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Leonard attacking, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and a wide open look for McCollum. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 8 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Outside Anthony. Kicks it to Cantor. Poked away and stolen by Cousins. And the pass to Mann. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. .23 seconds left in the third. Jackson is doubled. Stolen by McCollum. It's stolen by Morris. Unloads. The Clippers rebound. Cantor against Cousins. And that's going to be a travel. Lillard from deep three-point land. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers out in... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
Morris outside. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Cousins trying to free himself up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Morris. Lillard against Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Jones. Pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Morris. Powell against Kennard. Morris, left side. There's the double team with Covington. Here's Cousins. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Cousins, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And here are the Trailblazers now. They lead by 4. And Lillard gets it to go.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Jackson with it. Pass to man. It's stolen by Jones. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Jones. Here's Covington. Here's Lillard. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Kennard on the wing. To the paint. Cousins against Nurkic. He gets that one.
You have to guard DeMarcus Cousins wherever he is on the floor. I don't care if it's the mid-range. Get a hand up and contest.
Outside Covington. Kicks it out to Jones. 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Powell. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again the miss by Lillard. Clippers trail by 6. And Jones sends it back. Back to Lillard. 1:36 left in the fourth. Takes it out to Covington. From downtown. But they get it back. Lillard outside. In the corner, Powell with it.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Portland leading by 6. 59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lillard. Clock at 6. On the wing, Jones. From the arc. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Passes it to Cousins. Here's Mann. Back to Cousins. On the wing, Morris. Cousins, the pass to Morris. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So it's Portland now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And here's McCollum. Dishes to Anthony. Back to McCollum. From deep three-point range, off target with that shot.
Patrick Beverly is one of the peskiest, most...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just... Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on... And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Rivers. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Clippers with the ball. And here's George.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Jokic passes to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Zubac.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Jokic with the bucket.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. And he gets it to go.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Pass to Rivers. Campazzo, defended by Beverly. Inside, Bull drops in the layup for 2.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Right wing. Beverly finds George. Now here's Leonard. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And that one drops for him.
And the touch Ball has is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
George against Rivers. 1:53 left in the first quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Harrison kicks to Morris. Denver with a new 14. The pass to Harrison. And here's Millsap. And here's Morris for 3. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And this game is tied up now.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court. And the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Now, here is Morris. Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Pass to Morris.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
To the inside. Raji, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle, here's McGee. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now Kennard. Outside Batum. Jackson in the corner. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Plenty. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Denver.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got JaVale McGee. Rivers out there with Harrison. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Porter in at the 3. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Denver with the rebound. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Here's Porter, the feed now to Bull. Banked in off the glass. Bulls got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Morris passes to Najee. Harrison in the corner. The Nuggets moving the ball around to the inside. Out to Morris, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 4. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Right side, Batum. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
Harrison passes to McGee. Morris outside. Over to the left wing. McGee against Cousins. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Morris inside. Count it.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's Porter. No points in the game yet for him. That shot misses. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. Here's Leonard, and he slams it down right on top of Michael Porter.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now, here's Bull. He's guarded closer, and the shot goes down. Bull's got 4 points this quarter.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
George dishes to Beverly. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. George against Rivers. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Passes it to Beverly. Leonard looking over the floor. To the paint and stolen by Bull. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
A different look for the Clippers. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a switcher also for Denver. Green is checked in for Bull. George finds Rondo. 23 seconds left in the second quarter.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Pass to Jokic. Lets it fly from 18. He squares up and sinks it. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nuggets lead by 2. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. 5 points. And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4-man position. Millsap against Leonard. Leonard draws the double. There's the pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Deflects the pass. Millsap with the steal. Here's Najee, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Good on the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Clippers trail by 8. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Zubac against McGee. Zubac kicks to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. One-on-one fast break. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Pass to Harrison. 3-pointer. Headshot off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. Now, here's Zubac. Guarded closely. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Porter looking it over. And the 3-ball is good. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down. Because after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Passes it to Kennard. Over Porter. And again, it's the Clippers missing. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. And it's Jokic missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter.
You know, when Beverly plays with that kind of energy, it's infectious. Sprinting the floor like that, an example of that energy.
Pass to Bull. Outside Porter. 3-pointer. the Nuggets get it back in a new 14. A second chance effort. He can't get that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Batum, and oh boy, a lot of and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside Millsap. The pass to Najee. Morris outside. Fires the three. But they'll get another chance. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers trail by 8. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Morris passes to Harrison. Here's Najee. Back to Millsap. Pass to Harrison. Morris outside. McGee, the pass to Najee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Najee's got 6.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Shoots the 3. And that one is off. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Michael Porter's out there at Bowl. And it's Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Mann. Nugget shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Outside Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. No good with the triple.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Passes to Morris. From deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Kicks to Rivers. Outside Porter. Bull the pass to Porter.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
It's 3-pointers off the mark. Pass to Kennard. The pass to Cousins. Fires for 3. No good on that one. And it's Denver the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Denver. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Rivers passes to Bull. To the right side. Jacks up a three. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers trail by 10. Batum with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. The baseline J. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Porter passes to Bull. Rivers trying to get open. That one a little long for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Campazzo doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson kicks to Batum. Morris passes to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds to Cousins. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Kennard on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. Outside Jackson. And here's Morris for 3. It's not going to go for him. The Nuggets leading by 9. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Bull. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. The 3. They get it again. McGee, the pass to Harrison. It's Jokic, top of the key. The 3 from Morris. Pass to Harrison. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Now Jokic shoots over Zubac. Harrison kicks to Jokic. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard dishes to George. And the Clippers miss again. Now, here's Jokic. Morris outside. Jokic passes to Harrison. Morris outside. Jokic kicks to Morris. Back to Harrison. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. So we see Denver get the win here. This was a thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And it's Leonard missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fires top of the key. No good from Finney-Smith. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The three from George. It's hauled in by Richardson. To the left side wing. Paul George with the steal. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Down low, and it's the Mavericks on the break. The numbers in their favor. Finished off the break.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. And it's off from three-point range. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Doncic. And he gets it to go. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Doncic has got 6.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to George. Inside. And that one is good from Zubac.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Passes it to Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
To the inside. Here's Beverly. Zubac with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Yes, that goes in.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Now George. Outside Leonard. Outside George. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
They get the rebound. Morris passes to Zubac. Beverly with the ball. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Clock at 6. Pass to Morris. To the middle. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Doncic. No good from Zubac.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
The pass to Porzingis. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now, here is George. Leonard finds Beverly. Zubac against Marjanovic. To the left wing. Pass to George. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Passes it to Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic. Defended by George. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard draws the double. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Doesn't go that time.
Enters the league as a great defender. Now Leonard's an elite defender. Multiple defensive player of the year.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Burke, and it's Brunson in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Outside Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Cousins. Rondo passes to Cousins. For 3. They grab their own miss. Kennard on the wing. There's the pass to Mann. Now here's Cousins. Here's Batum from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Back to Brunson. Redick up top. Tries again. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Trey Burke. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Basket good.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Clippers trail by 10. Jackson looking it over. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And there's that high-arching bomb from Reggie. Way downtown this time. You see the development of his range.
Redick finds Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks leading by 7. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Brunson, the 15-footer. Good. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
On the wing, Batum. To the paint. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Mann. Misses the 3. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
1:12 left now here in the second. Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Jackson against Doncic. And here is Zubac. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morris inside. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Doncic outside. Over Rondo. Here's Porzingis. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, give us your... And that should...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Clippers trail by 16. Leonard inside. He's against Porzingis. Zubac the pass to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. One-on-one fast break. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic against Beverley. Doncic with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And George kicks to Beverley. Leonard from deep three-point land. Again, Leonard missing.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Offensive rebound. Out to Doncic. Paul George with the steal. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Leonard.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for J.J. Redick. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Batum. Back to Kennard. Off target from three-point range. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Hardaway. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Hardaway has got 7 points.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Brunson against Beverly. .112 left to play in the third. And the Clippers miss again. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Now Brunson. From 12 feet out. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Brunson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Rondo, bounce pass. Batum passes to Rondo. Kennard on the wing. It's deflected. Here's Zubac. Outside Jackson. Over to the left wing. No good on the triple. Mavericks leading by 13. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And here is Kleber. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Trey Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Feeds it to George. Lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Doncic feeling it out. Passes it to Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Beverly. Here's Oturu. Guarded by Marjanovic. A 3 from Morris. Drops in the tray.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Doncic outside. The 3. The Mavericks rebound. Now the pass to Burke. Now Hardaway. Got 3 off the mark.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Misses the 3.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that one's good. Leonard.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Clippers trail by 10. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. From deep. That one, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Doncic finds Burke. Now, here's Doncic. Back to Burke. Marjanovic down low. Defended by Beverly. From 10 feet out. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Passes to Oturu. It's rebounded by Dallas. The wide open look here for Porzingis. A 3-pointer off the mark.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Pass to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the Clippers miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Dallas.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Luka Doncic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
No good on the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low, got a piece of it. Rondo with the steal. Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. To stop the drought. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And when Rondo is dropping in the mid-range shots, it really opens up the floor for everyone else.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards... Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the four-man position. And for Portland, they've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the small forward. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George goes back up. Pass to Zubac. Over Jones. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
For the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. And George kicks to Leonard. And Covington sends it back. That one good for two. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
George looking around. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And now Portland on the break. And that one's good. Lillard.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Outside, George shoots over Powell. The shot by George, no good. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's Powell on the wing. A three ball, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
I like to see this. Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard dishes to George. It's over Powell. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lillard finds Nurkic. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Evolving his game over time. That's what's going on. I mean, look, this demonstrates growth. Nurkic looking willing to challenge himself with these shots.
Now, here's George. Shot from 16. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Covington against Beverley. Back to Zubac. Right side, George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard against Beverly, and it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots.
Covington finds Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. 13 feet away. Here's Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Cousins. Back to Rondo. From deep three-point range. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Picked his pocket. The feed to Batum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Good on the baseline, Jay. Nurkic has got 8 points. Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony. Giles is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's McCollum. He's covered by Rondo. Anthony against Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. The Clippers grab the miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he makes that one.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
And here is Anthony. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He kicks to Cantor. Kept alive and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 now.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Outside Jackson. Kennard kicks to Jackson. On the wing, Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Batum.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
He's covered by Rondo. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pulls up, high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Goes up at the stripe. Here's Giles, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Clippers get called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. George from deep three-point land. A shot that time, not on target. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Clippers trail by 13. Inside. And Jones sends it back. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And he goes in for the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
From deep, George. The rebound by Giles. Portland leading by 15. Powell the pass to Giles. Jones with it. George picks him up. Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard gets it to go.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
On the wing, George. There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Lillard outside. No good from 18. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Leonard. And he lays it straight in.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's Giles. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard against Beverly. Here's Giles, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Giles has got 6.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
And the pass to Mann. Outside, George. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points. And
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Clippers trail by 13. Pass to Beverly. Here's Oturu. Rebounded by McCollum. Brager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that's not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Over Beverly. Lets it go. But they recover it. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Now here's Beverly. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
When Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Feeds it to Batum. Jones against Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They get the rebound and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Powell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Portland leading by 13. 1:07 left in the third quarter. McCollum with the bounce pass. Over Jackson. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 7 points.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Outside, Batum. Stolen by McCollum. Here we go, one-on-one. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
No, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Oturu. He's covered by Cantor. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Blazers on offense. They've scored 10 straight. McCollum passes to Carmelo. McCollum outside. There's the triple. The shot, no good. And so it's Portland out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Now Lillard. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. When Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Beverly the pass to Mann. Leonard looking around. The pass to Beverly. Lets it go with a 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Zubac the pass to Mann. Zubac with it. Kicks it out to Leonard. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Passes it to George. Back to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Launches it. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Lillard with it. Leonard picks him up. Lillard against Leonard. Here's Nurkic. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Now here is George. Here's Mann. The offensive rebound. Pass to Beverly. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Back to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 19. Really left alone that time. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Mann passes to Beverly. George dishes to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 16. On the wing, Jones. Powell, no one around him. Portland again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Yusuf Nurkic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard with it. On the wing, Jones. The dish to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Shoots over Zubac. Nurkic can't hit. Powell against Leonard. And there's the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Powell. Let's go. Rebound by the Clippers. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. The city of Denver is in full motion. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward position. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. Back to Rivers. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Bull can't hit.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
George passes to Beverley. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference. Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Back to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Fires, high post. Jokic on the follow.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Now here's Beverley. D right on him. Top of the key. That shot off the mark. And Denver the other way now.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Leonard the pass to Oturu. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Nuggets. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Bull. The putback. Jokic on the follow.
Yeah, Jokic getting up there to the rim. Teammates love to see him doing that.
Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see. One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
It's hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A different look for the Clippers. Cousins finds Batum. Now Morris. Kennard on the wing to stop the run. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's Cousins. Morris passes to Kennard. Back to Morris. On the wing, Jackson lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked. Confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
McGee, the pass to Harrison. Back to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Jackson. On the wing, Morris. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 6. A shot by Batum, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Here's Kennard after the Nuggets pick up 2. Back to Jackson. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Passes it to Millsap. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3 slot. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Harrison passes to Porter. Back to Harrison. To the inside. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The pass to man. Rondo looking over the floor. No good with the triple. Denver leading by 5. Rivers passes to Green. It's blocked. Now here's Rondo. Batum dishes to Cousins. And Batum kicks to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Pass to man. Here's the 3. Jackson misses.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Back to Millsap. Pass to Rivers. Shoots from 14. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Picked off in midair. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Denver in the lead. The drive by Green. Harrison kicks to Rivers. Back to Harrison. But they get it back. Millsap passes to Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Clippers moving the ball around. Passes it to man. Now Jackson from deep three-point range. Porter pulls it in.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And he slams it one-handed.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
So both teams changing it up here. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Zubac kicks to Leonard. There's the pass to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Shot clock at 6. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Over Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. George misses and the dry spell continues. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Campazzo. Denver the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McGee's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's George. Here's Zubac. And he banks in the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's George. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signal, and so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Jokic is out there with Bowles. Then it's Porter. And it's Rivers. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Outside Leonard from deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Pass to Oturu. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
He was all alone on that one. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Over in the corner, Beverly. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Nuggets making a change here. Harrison's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
The pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. To the middle. Here's Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Fires for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
Here's man. They get it back. Zubac the pass to Rondo. Zubac against Jokic. Here's Zubac.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
There's Porter with the three. Denver gets it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound. Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level.
What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Here's Jokic. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 11. Here's man. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. The Nuggets with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. So both teams making some changes here. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And here's Jokic. 10 points for him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
George looking over the floor. Kennard the pass to Oturu. Outside for George. Millsap with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Green leading the charge. Here's Harrison. Offline with his 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 9. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So for the Clippers right now, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Jackson, and it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Millsap dishes to Rivers, and Green puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 9. Leonard kicks to Kennard. Here's Oturu. George finds Kennard. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard the pass to Oturu. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's tipped. Stolen by McGee. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Millsap. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter. Just over a minute played. To the inside. Here's Oturu. Guarded by McGee.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
From deep, Green. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for Denver.
That's just unselfish. In the past, maybe Austin Rivers thinks about shooting it, holding on to the ball to take it himself.
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Outside, George. Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Offensive rebound. Rivers in the corner. Jacks up a three. From outside the arc. Tries again. Ball kicks to Rivers. Here's Harrison. With the putback. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? There's Porter with the three. The three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oturu, the pass to Beverley. Here's Kennard. Lays it up off the glass. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is...
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Rivers dishes to Porter. Fires from deep. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Lets the three fly. Hits it from three-point range.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Clippers trail by 13. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
55 seconds left in the game. Leonard attacking. Count that bucket.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Jokic. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Leonard, the pass to Oturu. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And it's Beverley missing. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation. Always great for a young team, but Veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.